The October or the Bolshevik Revolution is one of the most important events, not only in the 20th century, but in the history of humanity. It erupted on the 25th of October 1917.
That's the date on the old Julian calendar that was used in Russia back then, but on the commonly used Gregorian calendar, it's on November the 7th, 1917.
This Russian Revolution will introduce for the first time in history a new way for people to be governed. It will be the first time a communist socialist rule is fully implemented.
You mean the second one, because the first was the Commune of Paris in 1871.
Just don't say the second regime. The Paris Commune was just a rash, bloody experiment that took place in one city for just 2 months.
Oh, wow. So do you mean the October Revolution, on the other hand, delivered the Russian people into prosperity? This October Revolution propelled the Russians into a bloody war that devastated the country. Not to mention that the regime that came after this bloody revolution wasn't communist or even socialist.
Well, let's pause for a second. Here in Intellectual, we can frequently judge historical individuals and events on a moral scale. But of course, you have to remember that every judgment will be always affected by the cultural background, time, and place of the people giving away their judgments. We'll try as best as we can to steer away from moral judgments and to restrict the scope of this podcast and channel to surveying the important individuals and historical events with the primary objective of understanding our human nature. How do we think and how we behave in various circumstances, and how do we react to incidents unfolding around us all the time?
But even those historical figures behave differently from time to time. For example, Karl Marx, the grand revolutionary of communism. One revolution did indeed erupt in his time, and the first socialist communist government took office, which is the Commune of Paris. His opinions turned curiously moderate. He even tried to calm down the revolutionaries of Paris.
But of course, that's pragmatism, dude.
Yeah, kiss my pragmatism.
Well, call it pragmatism, change in decision-making based on the facts on the ground, flexibility towards unfolding events, or even learning from the errors of the past. Lenin, for example, learned from the mistakes of the pioneers of communism like Karl Marx, and from the mistakes committed by the leaders of the Commune of Paris. He even tailored his communist theory to the nature of the Russian society, which was fundamentally agrarian.
But when axe came to grind, he abandoned his own theory, and his actions on the ground were bloody violent and immoral.
Right now, we wouldn't go fully through the Bolshevik Revolution, because that would be a grand undertaking. We wish we'd one day be able to cover the whole of the October Revolution, even much earlier than the event itself.
That would be a good idea. Just don't forget to cover the roots of the old socialist pioneers and the rule of the medieval Tsarist Romanov Russia and Rasputin and all that complicated mess before the First World War.
Yeah, we'll try. But right now, and in accordance with the objectives of this podcast, in exploring how people think and act, we will quickly survey the biographies of the 3 Musketeers of the Bolshevik Revolution: Lenin, Stalin, and Trotsky.
Yeah, the gang leader, the vicious opportunist, and the silly idealist.
Let's go. In the video description and the comment section, you'll find the links to each individual episode. You can listen here on YouTube or on any of the podcast platforms, whether Apple Podcast or Google Podcast or Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Drop your opinions and feel free to provide any corrections for any mistakes. Thank you, and catch you in the next one. Goodbye.